out there and get ready for some NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. Allie LaForce, our reporter. It's the Orlando Magic and the Sacramento Kings. And the Magic start out with the ball. Here's Hardaway. A look at the opening lineup for the Orlando Magic. We've got Dwight Howard, and it's Hardaway in at the point. Here's Robertson, guarded by Howard. Robertson's shot is off.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Throws it up high. Oh, a flawless finish on the lob.
Saw his teammate with a path to the rim, and boom, lobbed it up there beautifully.
Very smooth catch and finish. Pass to Stojakovic. Here's Lucas, guarded by Howard. Here's Robertson. 5 on the clock. Puts one up from 19. No good off the back of the rim.
Well, you simply have to shake that one off, right? You can't let that kind of missed opportunity bother you.
Here's Hill. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line.
At the line for the Magic, Grant Hill, shooting just one.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Now here's Cousins. Defense is right there. From 18 feet away, Sacramento again missing.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
A little over a minute and a half into this first quarter. Shot's good by Hill.
They're beginning to take control now, and this could be a crucial point in the game.
Well, working hard, building out a small lead, but you can't afford any kind of letdown here.
Pass to Robertson. Inside. And Cousins throws it down.
This is what keeps Cousins' percentages up. The gimmies, my goodness.
Jerry Lucas.
First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. And here is Hill. And it's Howard finishing it off.
His entire career, Dwight Howard has been an absolute force on the glass. Nice finish.
Pass to Stojakovic. Here's Robertson. And here's Cousins. Off the mark from 16 feet. Outside Hardaway. To the middle. Here's Howard. Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup. Howard's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Well, Dwight Howard, if he gets that kind of position, turn the lights out.
Pass to Robertson. Here's Lucas.
2 minutes remaining in the first.
11 feet out. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Magic ball.
So it's both teams making substitutions here. Orlando leading. There's a minute 54 left in the first quarter. Ooh, poked away. It's a one-on-one situation. Releases. Again, the miss by the Kings. Now the Magic with it. Pass to Hardaway. Off target. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Here's Richmond. Gets it to go from the corner.
Such a multi-talented threat on the offensive end, and you love his confidence.
Here's McGrady. Three-pointer, Vucevic. And another miss by Orlando. And Sacramento has possession. They trail by 7.
The pass, the catch, the slam. What a clean play.
And absolutely jaw-dropping. Pass to McGrady. Takes the 3. Sinks it from distance.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
50 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Here's Stojakovic. Here's Archibald. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. Hardaway with it. Unloads from 13. And the shot goes down.
They played with fantastic energy from the opening tip.
Well, you set the tempo early, and when you get command and control of a game, it's perfect.
Here's Richmond. 7-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Stojakovic.
Orlando foul. Hedo Turkoglu. First personal foul. First team foul. Substituting on the court.
Martin outside. And he converts the layup.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
Here's Skiles. Oh, he got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. And that does it for the first quarter. Magic out in front. They lead by 8. And back to the start of the second quarter in just a moment.
Okay, Sacramento, time to get loud and make
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. All right, guys, what do you think about the Magic here in this one?
Well, they came out with a physical presence and made rebounding a priority.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
And so here's Sacramento. 8-point game. Here's Birdsong. And Robertson gets it to go.
Well, just tremendous composure on the interior. Read the defense, take advantage of the situation, and deliver.
And that streaking rack attack is the Mobile One drive.
Yeah, I mean, to get a shot like that on a drive, it's those type of plays that will chip away at the lead.
And for the Magic, we've got Dwight Howard, and it's Anderson in at the 2. Here's Scott. He's guarded by Martin. Just 5 to shoot. Three-pointer. Rebounded by Cousins. Martin outside. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Pass to Scott. Shoots. That one's wide left. The Kings trailing. And they've been producing at a high level.
No question. They're in a nice rhythm offensively.
Here's Birdsong. Here's Robertson. Howard grabs the miss. Howard's got 4 rebounds in the game. Here's Skiles. Howard controls the rebound and the putback.
Oh, Dwight Howard made quick work of that one.
And so here's Sacramento. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Pass to Lucas. Shoots over Grant. Lucas can't get it to go. Here's Scott. He's guarded by Martin. Here's Skiles. Offensive rebound. Grant. Oh, Grant throws it down.
And I just love how he's making the effort plays that everyone around him appreciates.
It is certainly making an impact tonight.
No doubt. On the scoreboard, in the body language of the players, you can tell which team is in complete command.
Time called here. The Kings decide to talk it over. Big group substitution here for Orlando.
Once again, for your 9-1-6
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Cousins to the left side wing. Here's Richmond. And that one's good. That makes him 2 for 3.
Boy, that is absolutely gorgeous by DeMarcus Cousins. Run the offense through your big man, and he will find the open man.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. He has 6.
Such an effective shooter. If you lose track of him defensively, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Richmond. And now about 3 minutes gone in the second quarter here.
2 minutes remaining.
Pass to Lucas. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
You can get away with one once in a while, but it looked like he wasn't completely set on that pick.
I don't think there's any question. There are so many rules that favor the offense these days. You've got to be able to equal things out when an illegal screen is set.
Now here's Hardaway. Here's O'Neal. Outside Hardaway. Oh, there's the alley. Throw it down on the lob.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, B.A.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Back to Fox. Takes a 13-footer. Orlando grabs the miss. Howard's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Kings.
Sacramento ball.
And we've got 1:18 left in the first half of this one. Here's Richmond. Fox outside. Pass to Embry. Got a piece of it. Outside, Hill. Lets it go. Kept alive by Orlando. Good. Howard's got 4 points this quarter.
And this is exactly what he's capable of. He finds different ways to make an impact, this time on the offensive glass.
How about the hustle on display there? That kind of effort will earn respect from everyone.
And you got to be in awe of incredible defensive efforts like this.
Oh, showing no signs of giving up this lead. That block sent shockwaves into the opposition sails.
Vucevic, he's checked in for O'Neal. Now Hardaway. We've got 33 seconds left in the second period. Here's Howard. That's in there. Vucevic with the assist. Howard's got 10.
Well, the composure of Dwight Howard against a solid contest. Good finish inside by the big man.
Will it go? Tries again. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
For Sacramento, Wayne Embry. 2 shots.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
And he drops it first. Johnson, he's checked in for the Kings. Good on both.
This is about the last guy you want to send to the stripe right now. They keep fouling him, and he keeps making them.
To the paint. The shot by Howard, no good.
And the idea was good, but the execution severely lacking.
Just a missed connection, and it happens. I'm sure they will go back to it if given the opportunity.
There's the triple. Oh, it would have counted had it fallen, but it is offline. And so it's the Orlando Magic in command with a 13-point lead at the end of the quarter. And their defense has stood out, wreaking havoc for the opposition. Back to the game after this break.
For your Kings,
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. I'm Ernie Johnson. Shaq is here. Kenny's here. You're watching the NBA Halftime Show on 2K Sports. Out in front at the half is Orlando. They have a 13-point lead. And Shaq, let's get your input on the Magic.
Love how hard they're going at it on the offensive board, showing some real tenacity every time a shot goes up. They carve out this lead because of their aggressive mindset. Don't expect that to change in the second half.
And Kenny, your take on Sacramento.
They've been out of sync in this one, shooting under 40%. Struggling to create good looks and settling for tough shots. I like to see them drive the basketball more and get easy buckets.
And that'll about do it as we get ready for the second half. Let's take it down to Kevin Harlan.
Shout out to my man Joel.
Joel, what up?
Here they come, fans.
And there wasn't too much drama in the first half, but maybe things will tighten up here in the second. Dwight Howard really making a difference here.
And in the first half, he dominated in the post. He got the looks he wanted and was able to execute.
It felt like his work on the interior really gave this offense a boost. Let's see if he can dominate the rest of the way.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Here's Richmond. Pass to Robertson. Inside, intercepted. And for Orlando, we've got Dwight Howard, and it's Hardaway in at the point guard position.
Jerry Lucas, first personal foul, first team foul. At the line for the Magic, Grant Hill taking 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one. And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. And so here's Sacramento. Down by 15. Pass to Stojakovic. Now here's Cousins. Not a lot of room. O'Neal pulls it in. Cousins has gotten just 1 of his 4 attempts from the floor tonight. And for the Magic, we've got Dwight Howard. And it's Hardaway in at the point. Out of bounds. It'll be Kings ball.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
Here's Robertson. Down low. Here's Cousins. And Cousins throws it down.
Well, known for being a terrific passer, he shows you right there. Case in point.
Pass to McGrady. Hill for 3. The shot off that time. And the Kings going the other way now. Here's Stojakovic. Check by Hill. Here's Robertson. Here's Lucas. It doesn't go for him. Howard with some nice D. Here's Hill. Here's O'Neal. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a 3-point play. The Magic making a switch here. Lewis is checked in.
Shaquille O'Neal. 1 shot.
Timeout called. Sacramento.
And there's nothing more frustrating for a coach than seeing his team giving up a bunch of second chance points. That's going to be the main topic during this timeout.
Here they come, fans. Your 916 crew. Let's hear it. You all know what time it is. Here comes your 916 crew, everyone.
Third quarter of play with just over 1.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Stojakovic. Here's Robertson. Cousins with it. Here's Richmond. Here's Robertson. Defended by Hardaway. And Robertson gets it to go. He's got 5.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Now here's Hill. 7 points in the game. That one's good for 2. O'Neal's got 9.
You can see why they go to this guy so often. More often than not, he's going to be very efficient like he is right here.
Pass to Richmond. Here's Stojakovic. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
2 things in play right there. The body control of DeMarcus Cousins and his basketball savvy. How easy does he make it look?
So both teams changing it up here.
For your Kings, DeMarcus Cousins at the line for one.
One shot.
Well, you think back to DeMarcus Cousins' career. Because of his skill set on the low block, he has spent a lot of time at the foul line.
Pass to Lewis. Anderson against Martin. To the right side. 18 feet out. And out of bounds. Sacramento will have it.
Sacramento ball. Substituting on the court.
Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Here's Bibby.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
The jump hook, and they pick up 2. He's got 6.
You know, the assist is the key part of that play. The pace on the bounce pass, perfect.
And we just had to see that mobile one drive one more time. Great stuff.
You're toasting the defense and getting in close. They'll take possessions like that one all day.
Here's Skiles. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Anderson can't get it to go.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Johnson. 1:24 left in the third quarter. Here's Divac. Out to the wing. Shot clock at 5. The shot by Johnson, no good. Here's Orlando. At one point, they led by 16. Pass to Skiles. Grant outside. Here's Turkoglu. Here's O'Neal. Nice work on the boards, paying off with a basket. O'Neal's got 7 points here in the quarter.
You simply must put a body on this guy. You know he's going to try to get to that glass.
Here's Bibby. Sinks that one from the post.
Yeah, he needs to take a lot more shots. He's been efficient, trying to get his teammates involved, but it's time for him to step up.
Pass to Turkoglu. Here's O'Neal. 11 points in the game. Anderson gets the bucket.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
One thing we've learned in the NBA, the game is never over. So you've got to continue to score, continue to build your lead.
Pass to Skiles. O'Neal on the wing. Can't connect from 14. And so it's Orlando going into the break up 12. We hear teams talk about wanting to get the ball inside, but this is how you do it. We'll be back in a moment. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works, or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Here's McGrady. To the inside. Vucevic. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. Vucevic has got his first points of the game.
You have to admire the confidence of Nikola Vucevic. This close, he's focused on putting 2 on the board.
And for the Magic, Nikola Vucevic is out there with Dwight Howard. And it's Hill in at small forward. Here's Lucas. Pass to Robertson. He shoots it. It's hauled in by the Magic. Outside Hardaway. Out left to the wing. Shot is up. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And Orlando leads by 16.
Outstanding pass, on time and on target.
Pass to Lucas. Here's Stojakovic. Off the mark there with a 3. Hardaway with it. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Woo! When you finish like that, you deserve to brag.
Impressive, no question.
How about that from your point guard, gentlemen? Playing big at the rim. Okay.
Now here's Hardaway. And he lobs it up to the rim. And it's Howard finishing it off.
And they're really rolling right now. That lead keeps getting bigger and bigger.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
Sacramento calls timeout.
Protecting the rim has to be their top objective right now.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
Once again, for your 916 crew.
And just about a minute and a half gone by in the fourth. Pass to Stojakovic. Here's Lucas. 6 to shoot. And Dwight Howard picks up the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game.
Second personal foul. First team foul.
Pass to Richmond. Cousins against Vucevic. To win the run, just 5 on the clock.
What you lack maybe in mobility, you've got to make up for it with anticipation. Nikola Vucevic, nice job.
Up top, Hill. Outside Hardaway. Here's McGrady. The 3. Fires in the triple.
Now you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Well, you know this. This is a guy who's looking for his shot the whole time. You have to know who you're guarding. KYP, know your personnel.
Nikola Vucevic. First personal foul.
All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Orlando?
Well, the coaching staff has to love what they're seeing on offense. There's so many assists because how this team is moving the ball.
The other thing for this team today, they have a bunch of second chance points. They're turning misses into makes.
2 shots.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Now here's Hardaway. Here's Orlando. They're on an 11-1 run. Pass to McGrady. Takes a three. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
This is a lethal combination of size and skill. Dwight Howard doing work.
Here's Lucas, guarded by Howard. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Howard.
Sacramento ball.
And it's a completely new group for the Kings. And the Magic making a change here as well. O'Neal, he's checked in for Nikola Vucevic. Hardaway against Fox. Birdsong, shot is off.
Got the ball where he wanted it, but then got swarmed.
Outside, Hill. Hardaway on the wing. He's covered by Fox.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
Here's Birdsong. O'Neal pulls it in. O'Neal's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Now the Magic with it. They're on a 15-1 run. Outside, Hill. Pass to Howard. Here's McGrady. Hill for 3. Nails it from 3.
Listen, this guy is not the most dangerous threat from there, but you have got to honor the shooting a little bit.
Fox against Hardaway. Here's Birdsong. 56 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Third personal foul.
Dwight Howard picks one up.
The officials were right on top of that one.
Shooting for Sacramento, Otis Birdsong at the line for 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first one falls. Lewis is checked in for Orlando. Scott comes in for Hill. And he can't hit the second.
Listen, it's only 1 miss, but it hurts all the same as they try to cut into this lead.
Here's Scott. Back to Hardaway. Pass to McGrady. Clock at 6. Rebounded by Johnson. There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. And here's Fox, defended by Hardaway. Fox against Hardaway. McGrady grabs a miss. And here's Hardaway. So it's the Magic winning this one easily. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that never came.
Yeah, and this team was consistent throughout. They met every challenge, and they earned this dub.
And that'll do it, folks. For Allie LaForce, Doris Burke, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson alongside our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for watching. So long, everybody.